Hello, welcome to another episode of the Three Wise Men Couldn't Make It podcast. The podcast in which three glorious fools from three disparate walks of life come to talk utter shit at you. But you're going to learn something, folks. You're going to learn something. We're sitting in our secret lair right now, and we're going to take a subject that maybe it's on your mind, maybe it's eating you alive, and we're going to give you our version of our stories, and then we're going to teach you some lessons about it. Okay? And this time it's scary stories. And I'm not talking standing on a slug in your bare feet. I'm not talking standing on a Lego brick. I'm not talking seeing your mum naked in the shower. I'm talking a Dracula. I'm talking a Wolfman. I'm talking an exorcist. I'm talking a ghost. Really scary crap. And we've got a special guest coming up who's going to furnish us with an incredibly scary story, which I've never heard before, so I'm really looking forward to it. And we've also got a special appearance for Vladimir Putin. He's going to be popping in. And Kanye West. What is a Kanye West? We're going to explain that. So anyone wondering what he is, who he is, what he does, we're going to tell you. So at the end of this episode, we're going to explain what happened to us and how you can avoid meeting a Wolfman or a Kanye West. Enjoy.
Main topic.
It's the main fucking topic. Hey, right, welcome back. This is the main topic. We're going to have a good discussion about scary stuff. So, over to Carl. He's got a very special guest, and it's not Vladimir Putin. It's even better than Vladimir Putin. It's his dad.
So, as we're talking about scary stories this week, I haven't really got many scary stories. Like I've had a few things I've been knocked in, and you know nothing really majorly. I've never seen a ghost or anything like that. But today, when I was doing my research and getting ready for the podcast, I rang my sister, and she said a few things happened, and I rang my dad. Now, when I spoken to my dad on the phone, I mentioned about some things that happened in our old flat. And funny enough, there's a bit more of a story to this. So, Dad, whenever you're ready, if you want to just talk us through the story.
I cannot wait.
From the very start to the very end. So, Dad, whenever you're ready, off you go.
Go, Les.
This might take a while, by the way.
That's
No,
okay.
no, that's good, mate.
Well, the flat I lived in it for 5 years with the wife, but she left, and I ended up having custody of my two kids. Now, nothing else happened in the house at all until my two kids moved in with me.
Right.
Things just sounds a pound. I went to bed one night, felt a bit cold, thinking, I left the window open. So I looked up to the window was shut. I felt the cold, I put the blankets over me, looked at the bottom of my bed, and there's a little girl looking at me.
No. It's not Leah.
Fucking shit myself.
Well, it wasn't Leah, was it?
Well, to be honest with you, when I looked down there, I thought it was Leah.
Well,
Got out of bed.
Do you want to clarify who Leah is?
I'm sorry, yeah, of course, yeah.
So,
I thought it was Leah. Got out of bed.
So Leah is my sister. Leah is my sister.
Okay.
So I thought it was her, and when I looked back up again, she wasn't there. So I got out of bed, went into the bedroom door was shut, went through the bedroom door, you and Leah were fast asleep. Thought, this is weird, this. The front door was shut, locked. Went to the kitchen, all the doors were shut, the windows were shut. Went into the living room, all the windows shut. Thought, weird, this. We're back in the bedroom, and it's warm again. Thought, I've had a nightmare here. Fucking something's happened here. So I went back to sleep. I thought, no, nothing.
Les?
I left it there.
Les, can I stop you there, Les?
Yeah, go ahead.
You thought it was a bit weird. I would shit my pants.
No, listen. I did shit myself. When I see someone staring at you in the middle of the night, you think, what the fuck?
Fucking terrifying.
But I thought it was my daughter, but it wasn't. But when the kids were asleep, and I walked around the flat, no one was there. So I went back to the bed, and the room was warm. So I left it there. I just forgot about it. And then, the couple of weeks later, things started changing.
How do you mean?
Well, I was sitting. I put the kids to bed.
Yep.
The kids went to bed at 8 o'clock every night.
They still do.
We watched. So Carl and I in bed. I sit in front of the telly, and then in the corner of my eyes, I just seen something up top of the couch. And I turned around. There's a girl looking at me.
Oh my God!
Just dropped her head down dead quick. I thought it was there again. So I went out, got up. But anyway, no one there. Open the bedroom door. Still there thinking, no way, that. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm going quickly here. So after a couple of weeks, it started happening again.
So at this point you started to think...
point you started to think, I need to move out of this terrifying haunted house.
So you started to think that this isn't normal. This is not the first time you saw...
I just thought it was Leah. But then after a few weeks, it happened more and more. So this little girl used to look over the top of the couch, and sometimes at the bottom of the couch. And then go chase after it. And you pay for sleeping. Fucking weird, this.
What did she look
and
like,
then sometimes it'd either be behind the couch, or it'd go for the piss, it'd be behind the wall.
Oh.
Peeking at me.
What?
Peeking at me, or just a hand. This went on for months and months and months.
Les?
Sometimes it might be twice a week, sometimes once a month.
God almighty.
You know what I mean?
Les?
But in the end, at the end, what you do? I talk to it. He come out to see me. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. Come and talk to me.
You were a brave man.
This is now a year. This is a year later.
Les?
What's going on?
Sorry to bother you.
A good year.
What did she look like?
Kept going on. One day it happened when Carl and Leah were on the couch, and she appeared behind Carl and Leah, and I shit myself.
My God!
I shut the door in the living room, and I went and said, "Don't scare my kids." And never appeared again in front of the kids. Leah saw it once.
So Leah's seen it.
I just said, "Oh, it's probably the lights and stuff like that."
So I've never. So before this, I'm going to butt in, Dad, if that's all right. So before this, I'd never heard of this before.
You never seen it. You was never told.
This is.
Leah's seen it, but I told it was something else.
This is terrifying, mate.
The most over the last, say, I don't know, maybe 12 years, all the time. Sometimes I'd say, "You can see me today. You're going to put your face out." I used to get fed up. But one night,
Fuck
it
off.
really scared me. It scared me properly.
Oh, yeah?
Because she popped it up behind the couch. And I chased after her, and she popped the head behind it. You know what the story is, Carl?
Yeah.
The where, sorry?
Yeah? You know when it goes to the story?
Yeah.
Yeah? Popped the head behind there. Some of you have it, chased her. Right? Twice was her head, and twice was his hands. I did it 4 times, and I shouted, "I'm not playing hide and seek anymore.
Oh my God.
I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing this game anymore. Come out and talk to me. Come and talk to me." And this went on for years and years and years and years. In the end, I just fucking look and I go, "I can't be arsed looking anymore. I'm not bothered." Went forever, ever. Now, when it comes to the time when I was leaving the house, yeah?
Yeah.
This, 20 years later now, I was leaving. Empty the place. I actually missed her.
Really?
I walked in, the place empty, and I even said out loud, "Listen, I'm leaving. Are you okay? If you can follow me, follow me." Yeah?
Wow.
6 months later, my friend moves in there, and he comes to me and said, "Les, is your flat haunted?" And I went, "You'll tell me it's a little girl with dark hair?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "Don't worry about it. All she wants to do is play hide and seek."
Jesus. Oh my
She's there now.
God.
She's still there now. And I said, "I tell you what, dude, put your wife to bed. I'll come round. And I'll ask her to things to pop out and see us."
Are you kidding me?
That's, no, I'm going 18 years.
What did she look like, Les? So, like, how old would you say, man?
I'd say she's probably around about being 6 and 8.
Okay, so young girl.
You think you know, got a couch. The back of the couch.
Yeah.
Her head and her hands kids just above the couch. Sometimes she'll lie on the floor. I'll be at the bottom.
Fucking hell!
Just to fucking piss me off.
This is the scariest thing.
Down the wall, and then I go chase it, and then I go down towards the toilet, and she's behind me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be a face. Sometimes it'll be a hand.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Never ever went into the kids' bedroom. The only time she came to my bedroom was the first time I saw her, but never came to the bedroom again. The other kids' bedroom, disappeared towards the toilet.
So, Dad, I'm going to ask you a few questions now. So you say that the girl was about 6, 8. Did she? What was she?
I'd say between 6 and 8.
What was she wearing? Was she wearing like was she wearing something? Always wearing the same thing?
Well, this is it. I only saw her from the neck up and the hands.
Oh, so you wouldn't know. Okay.
Sometimes I get a shadow come past me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like a full body shadow. I never seen no legs, no blah. I never seen hands on her head.
That's...
Anything else.
That's terrifying. You don't mind me saying, Les?
She was peeking behind the couch, on the top of the couch, or behind the wall.
Can I say something?
But long dark hair, her eyes, they weren't pitch black, but they were like brownie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't pitch black. But her hands and her face is white.
Yeah. Can I say something, mate?
I only ever seen her face and her hands, nothing else.
Yeah. You don't seem the type of person that would believe in this stuff. But that is
I'm going to say
so
now,
scary.
I'm a full-blown atheist.
Yeah,
I
me
don't believe in God. I don't believe in afterlife. I don't believe in shite. But believe me, this thing's real.
I believe you.
Can I ask you one more?
You know what I did once? Because she was hiding behind me, it was in the corner of your eye, and she managed to disappear. I put a mirror opposite the couch so I could see it in the mirror.
Oh my god!
Every time I put the mirror up, never turned up.
Oh right, so
I took the mirror down. She turned up.
So it was clever, wasn't it?
Oh well, listen. Even to this day, I'll be honest with you. When it first happened, I totally fucking shit. After fucking a few months, well, a couple of years, I got used to it. After time I come in and say, "You're doing conspiracy today." You start playing games. Sometimes, a couple of times a week. Sometimes a couple of times a month. Sometimes, I think when she did Behind the Kids, and I told her off. And then the 4 times in one night, playing hide and seek, I said, "I'm not pissing out of you. Either fucking come and talk to me. If you can talk to me, talk to me. I'm not playing your fucking games." After time, I just ignored it.
So Dad,
I got that used to it. I just ignored it.
So thank you so much for talking, telling us about it. Because you said you've never really told anyone about this, have you?
No, nobody.
Well, there's one more thing. There's one more thing I want to ask you, if that's all right.
This is some. Believe me, I wasn't. I thought I was going to kick it, but I wasn't in all the time.
No, I believe you, mate.
There's one more thing I want to ask you. Now, it's not the same topic, but if I'm right, just to give some context to people listening, so you lived in Elton for a long time, didn't you, when you were younger?
Yeah.
And there's something you told me once that I do remember, that you were talking to someone and they said that there's this house in Elton, wasn't there, that was very haunted, and you said you didn't really believe it. And if I remember the story right, you stayed a night there, didn't you?
You know whose house it was?
Whose?
Grandma's.
Oh, was it?
No.
Yeah. It was in the back bedroom, upstairs, a box room.
Yeah.
There was a baby crying. I was in the box room, the baby crying. I opened the door, baby stopped crying. I moved out of the box room, I went to the big room, and Timmy went into that small room, and he had the same thing.
Wow.
Oh, I hate it. That's so scary.
Now, I don't know. If that fucking little girl followed me to Chester, I don't fucking know. But you ask Grandma. You ask Grandma. It's in the box. She's in the boxing, and she's it as well.
Oh my God!
Well, thank you so much for coming to talk to us. As I said to Pete.
But listen, it's all right. Now thinking about it, I've just fucking shit myself again.
Right. Thank you so much for talking to us. I hope to see you soon, and maybe one day you can come in person and tell us some more creepy stories.
Les, you're a legend, mate.
Hey, listen. One thing I'm not is a fucking liar.
Well, no. And you've never seen the type.
What you hear from me is the fucking truth. I don't lie about nothing.
Well, thank you so much, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.
I love you loads.
What's
your mate's name?
Rich and Pete.
Rich and Pete, love you loads.
Love you, mate.
See you later,
care, mate.
Bye. So,
bye.
I'm not just saying it because he's my dad, but that is a crazy story, isn't it?
Yeah, but because he's your dad, and your dad is deeply practical, and doesn't suffer fools or any of this crap, that
makes it more believable.
The scariest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. It's the hand thing, by the way, waving past the door or whatever.
This is the crazy thing. I lived in that.
You didn't know this?
No, well, I lived in that flat obviously when I was a baby, and then I lived from there from when I was in year 7 till my second year of college, and the last 2 years or year, I lived on my own in this flat, but I never saw anything. I didn't see a thing.
Maybe she didn't want to scare you.
Well, this is the thing, though. Like when you were saying about the ghost in your house, which we'll get to, you said that it's attached to people, isn't it? It's certain people.
Certain people might see it. Certain people might not see it.
Yeah, and the fact that Leah saw it was with my dad makes it even more believable, because if Leah, and I'm not saying that my sister's a liar, but if she turned around and said, "Oh yeah, I saw it on my own," that would I wouldn't really believe it, because I truly do believe certain things are attached to certain people, in my opinion. Rich, do you have any thought on that? Do you believe in it?
Yeah, I totally believe it. He sounded genuine. I've never met your dad. I don't know your dad. He sounded really genuine. You can tell he wasn't making it up.
No, clearly.
Why would you make that up? Why would you make that up and come on here and tell us about that? You know, what's he going to gain from it?
I know.
So
a lot of money.
Yeah, well, a lot of ad revenue.
A lot of money.
But I mean,
we're going to be selling
very creepy.
Get Fresh or whatever the fuck.
Just the hand and the head is worse than seeing. That's worse than seeing the whole.
Yeah, man, it's worse than seeing a little Victorian schoolboy, isn't it?
I just saw a hand and a head.
Well,
the whole body.
I want to say, I'm sure my dad will listen, so I do want to say thank you again for coming on to talk about it, because I know it is a bit of a...
Cheers, Les.
It is a bit of a sensitive subject to talk about, because some people might not want to talk about it, because things like that, A, can be personal, and B, maybe people have the thoughts that, if I talk about it, it may happen again, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I know it's not really it is a story that I can kind of, say it's from my part. It is from my part, but it's something that's happened where I've lived for many years, around me, which the thing that I find most interesting about all this is that I never saw it in the 10 years I lived there.
Do we know the Leah story? Do we know what?
Well, the thing with Leah is I must have been out. Oh, I actually know.
Go on.
I did my research. So.
Fox Mulder.
So I saw my sister today, and when I first heard about this, I asked her about it in person, and I said to her, "Where was I?" Because I'm not skeptical, but I was like, "How the fuck can I miss it?" And she was like, "You were at Nick's." Now Nick was one of my high school best friends, and he lived. You know when people say, "Oh, he lived over the road." No, he literally lived over the road from us. Yeah. He lived 20 seconds away. And the night Leah saw it, I was at Nick's house, and when Leah saw it, they were sat in the living room watching TV, and Leah and my dad saw it, but then
what was it? The head or the hand?
I think it was just the head and the hand, from the neck up. But as my dad said before, then he blamed it on the shadow.
Yeah,
he said it was something. It wasn't what you thought it was, because if you're telling a kid in high school that they're seeing a ghost, they are really going to shit themselves.
Yep.
And what happens then? What would you do if Leah saw? If you knew, if let's say this was in your house and Leah saw it once, and this was connected to you.
Leah.
Yeah, you're Leah, and it was connected to your house, and you were my dad in this situation, and Leah saw it once. What would you do? With someone who has a young, like a younger.
You'd exercise her, wouldn't you?
You would exercise her.
Literally,
Yeah,
get the cross on her
down,
face and
get the cross out and throw holy water on her.
Yeah.
All that malark.
Yeah. But you wouldn't want to scare her, would you?
You wouldn't want to scare her.
No, not at all. In all seriousness, no. Amazing
Right.
story.
Pete, should we drift to your side this time?
I said we drift to Rich's side. I'm not going to do my full story because there's a lot of my full story, and I'd like to kind of spread it out. I'm going to do a small bit, but I reckon we move to Rich because Rich is the paranormal master. He's like fucking Doctor Strange, this guy.
I have seen a few weird
He's seen some weird shit.
That's just a few of them written down, and I'm not bullshitting. They are.
That says a girl with a dick.
What, you know,
one of them is a girl with a dick.
That's something else I shouldn't.
Yeah, you delete that.
I'm on the wrong page there. No. I mean, I've seen some weird things in the sky. I've seen some weird things in the woods. I've seen something coming up the stairs when I was about 6, which I remember like it was yesterday.
Oh, she nan.
Yeah, it wasn't me nan. But yeah, what am I gonna? Should I tell the dogs?
Yeah, I think you should tell that because
the dog one
it's only a small story.
Horrendous.
It was just weird. So I go to these hills, which are 20 or so minutes away from us, where we are now. I go there. I grew up there as a kid. Well, my nan and granddad lived there at the bottom of the hill, and we were forever up there, playing in the hills. But anyway, I've been going there since I was year dot.
Yep.
So, just me, on my own. Everyone thinks I'm nuts. I get dressed in black.
Hang on.
Black.
Right. Can I stop you there?
Go on.
Right. Are you wearing a balaclava?
I'm not wearing a balaclava, but...
Are you like a ninja?
Do you know what I even thought sometimes? People can see my face because it's glowing white. So I have not thought about putting a balaclava on, but I've thought, I can be seen just about. So anyway, it's just so I don't, because you don't know who's up there at that time of night. It's nothing to do with scary stuff.
You're creeping about.
Yeah, I'm creeping about.
Dressed like a ninja.
Do you know what
Dressed like a ninja.
Have you seen people around the streets, these street toughs, and they're wearing those beanies, but they got these stupid goggles on their beanies? Have you seen them?
No, I don't know
like
this.
that.
Like fucking Biggles. That's a dated reference. Jesus. Move on, folks.
Anyway, this particular night, I can't remember dates and blah, blah, blah. It was probably about 5 years ago. Something like that. I goes up there on my usual little walk. Got my backpack on with night goggles. I got torches. I got a bit of food.
What are you hoping to achieve here, Rich?
I'm hoping to see a UFO.
Right.
Or light. I've seen lights in them woods before.
Okay.
Now, and I'm hoping to see something paranormal.
These woods are renowned for being creepy as shit, right?
I only found that out later on through a off-duty police. On duty, sorry.
This is a
policeman.
later story. We'll go into that later.
That's a different story.
These woods are like a fucking...
These like
Skinwalker Ranch or one of those things.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I was walking around there one night and there was a pentagram and I don't know if it was a sheep or a goat's head, skull. Right in the middle, and it's not in the middle of nowhere, so to speak. It's in the middle of nowhere when you're in there. But if you walked for, let's say 25 minutes in one direction, you come across houses, the A41 there.
There's a pentagram on what? On the floor?
It was on a tree stump.
I hate this.
Yeah,
and a goat's head.
And a goat. It was a skull.
Sheep's head.
It was a skull. It wasn't actually a goat's head. It was a skull.
I've got to say, I believe you, but how the fuck does that get there? Is that someone who's gone there thinking...
That's somebody who's gone there.
Worshipper, says the man who's Satan, Church of Satan guy.
It's something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody's been up there, put that, sitting around, a few of them.
Probably had a couple of doobies.
Yeah. I've probably, on another night, I've probably walked past him.
Shagged against a tree, whatever.
Couple of pretties.
Yeah, a couple of pretties. He's got a big old dick on him.
Exactly. That's the one.
So you get to this place.
Okay, so we get to the place.
Get to the place. There's parks in the usual place. It's quite a climb. It's not easy walking up there, to be honest. Quite a climb.
We will do this.
We will do this, but it is an easy way to do it. And it follows my usual route. And then we come to this. There's this big sandstone, and it's got written on it is like the insects, lizards, snake adders live up there, blah blah blah.
Oh wow!
And they're all written out. You can see these up here. You turn right at that and you go down this little sandy way. And when you come out the bottom of the sandy way, you can go left to a sandy car park, which I call the sandy car park.
Well, is it a sandy car park?
It's a very sandy car park.
Okay.
It's a very small car park. With
but
a little
but very sandy.
Very sandy. Lots of sand. Yeah, you could definitely
make a
build
sandcastle.
in there. Yeah. Well, straight across, you go to the main bit of what I call the main bit of the hill, the main body of the hill. My aim is to go straight across on this night, and for some reason, as I get down to the bottom of the sandy bit, I pull out, not me cock.
It wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first time, but I pull out my night goggle, which is just a one optic.
Just so in one eye.
Yeah, it's just a one eye night goggle. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But it's got a certain name, hasn't it? Anyway,
a perv goggle.
I puts it to my eye, switches the infrared. I don't always use the infrared on it because it drains the battery. But this particular time, turns the infrared on. I search around. All of a sudden, on my left, I notice there's something there. So I turns around. I'm looking. What the hell is that? It's 6 or 7 German Shepherds, and they're all sitting in a perfect line. It looks like a dog police training team.
Right,
basically.
Can I? Is this pitch black?
Pitch black. We're talking.
Are these real dogs?
As far as I know, real dogs. That's what they appear to me. They are. It's 3 in the morning.
I hate this.
Around 3 in the morning. Why are they up there for a start? Where's the people? There's no people, and I can see, as far as I can see with this thing, I can see because it's that black, and this torch on it is, you can't see it, but it picks infrared obviously, so you can't see with your eye, but it picks up everything for hundreds of meters in the distance.
Creepy.
So I watched them for a little bit.
And when you're watching, are
they breathing or whatever?
Are they moving? Or like, is the head moving? Or can you?
No, that's the weird bit.
Are they having a poo?
I don't know what they're doing. They're just sitting, looking straight ahead in a perfect line. And I'm thinking, I don't want to make a sound here, but it's quite unavoidable when you're creeping around in a pitch black at night,
rummaging around in the undergrowth.
And I must have made a couple of rustles in the grass where I was turning round, kept looking, making sure, because I thought they're going to, if they come at me, what am I going to do? I'm vulnerable. There's a tree, I can maybe climb up a tree, but anyway, turns round, gets back to the side of the brow of the hill, and I looks across into the sandy car park with my goggle, and there's a huge caravan in there. It's like an American style caravan, the
like
polish.
an RV, like
an Airstream.
It's
part of Evil Ash versus.
That's the sort of thing we're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what they were called.
Yeah, silver. They usually silver. Yeah.
That's one of them. Then that was sitting on this closest side of the car park, and you got the gate. And I thought, what's that doing up here at this time of night?
At this point, are you on your own?
I'm on my own.
Yeah,
I'm always on my own up there. Thinking, what's that doing up here? Are the dogs connected to that? Is there a relation between the dogs sitting there and that park's in the car park? And then I was thinking,
I have so many questions.
The little track to get to that car park, it's very bumpy. I mean, you can go over it in the car, but I wouldn't have thought somebody'd drag one of them down there.
And Airstreams are fucking massive,
and there was no car with it. It wasn't like hitched up to anything. It was just sitting there on its own. So I'm thinking,
But, okay, so it's either you've got like 7 fucking Alsatians.
Very well trained, Alsatians.
Very well trained, just sitting there in the dark.
We've got no sense of smell, no sense of hearing, and,
Or you've got a statue of 7 Alsatians.
Which would be very odd.
Which is fucking very weird.
Odd. Or there's something else, and I've seen them as Alsatians. And maybe what do you call it?
The Airstream.
The Airstream.
The Airstream, yeah.
Is something else, and I'm seeing it as that.
Well, this is it.
That's it. I don't know. I mean, that sounds far fetched, but you don't know these.
But why would you see 7? Or was it 7?
Yeah,
Did I make 7 up out of nowhere?
6 or 7.
Alsatians,
half a dozen,
just fucking sitting there,
all looking the same way in a line.
See, that's my immediate thought. Is this is?
Bizarre.
I've got a question.
Game of Thrones shit. I'm gonna go die. They're gonna rip me apart.
Where these dogs were sat, prior to you seeing these dogs, have you been to that exact point where they were sat? Have you been to the top of that hill before?
Many times.
Have you been to Dog Statue Hill?
Yeah.
So when you get to the top of that, hill, so let's say you're facing north, and further north is where the dogs are. If you get to the top of that hill, what's at the back of that hill? Is it like a farm, or is it something else, or is it just more land?
More land, more forest, and more hills.
So there's nothing around it. That
nothing around it.
Could be like a farm or a barn or something.
Not in that particular area. You keep walking for 25 minutes.
Then there's something. Maybe.
Then you've got farms all the way around.
It's middle of nowhere, right?
It's in the middle of a small nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So so I turned round, thought I'm out of here. Crept off as quiet as I could because I didn't want to get the attention of these dogs. But like I say, when I was watching them, I think any normal dog one of them would have looked round and heard me. Surely, getting me, because I didn't see them until I got me night goggle out of my bag. So I've undone the zip, and then I undone the zip on the bag, and then I've took me night goggle out.
Yeah, but
they would have surely.
Would they be breathing and moving and fucking?
No, well I don't. It's not. They're not that clear. You can see that much detail.
Right. Okay.
It's clear.
But you know it's a dog, not a bush.
It's clear.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not HD.
Yeah.
It's.
Can you see their dicks?
You can see. You can from a distance. You can't, but if you got close up, quite clearly.
Okay.
So when you saw the dogs and you're like, no, fuck this, I'm gone. What did you do when you left the area?
I just headed back the way I come. Didn't look back after that. Put everything away and just headed back to the van, which was probably you're talking about a good 20 minutes, say 20-minute fast walk back to the van from there.
Drunk heavily and then forgot about it.
And come home, and I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. It was one of them things. Next day, got up, went to work, and didn't even think about it. And it was only I've heard in podcasts and paranormal talks and stuff that made me think, oh yeah, I saw something that shouldn't have been there, and is that presenting to me as something else? I've caught it unawares, and it's just presented to me as what I would think was.
Well, I believe in a lot of other dimensional shit, but I reckon, folks, we're going to go up there.
We're going to go up there.
We're going to go up there. I reckon at least a couple of times.
No,
see if we can see these dogs or ghosts.
I know you've told this story before,
we will
but I do want to ask you one more story, and I don't want to. If you're okay with talking about it. So we've heard about this hill before, but very, very little detail about it. So we've heard very little of this story already. But didn't you say there's also something that you with the police, and he said yeah. If you would you want to tell us that?
That was another night. 4 friends, well, 3 friends including me, so 4 of us
in the same place,
same area, same hills.
Same hills, yeah.
When I say the 20-minute walk, half an hour walk across the other side of the hills, that's where we were. So
did you have your ninja gear on?
Didn't have my ninja gear on. No, I had a can of beer in my hand. The other lads, I was driving, so I only had 1 can, which was quite lucky because we encountered a policeman.
Yeah, but you keep your whiskey.
Keep your whiskey in
your car.
In the glove box.
It's fine, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, so we'd all gone up. Something I forgot to mention last time, because I told a little bit of this one last time. We heard like a bell when we're all sitting on the top.
Like a church bell?
Like a cow bell. And there are cows up there. There are wild cows, like Highland cattle.
I love a Highland cow, man.
They wander around.
You know when you say that you love the touch of a horse's lips, Pete.
I've never said that, but carry on.
But you've told me before you love to touch the lips.
No,
of a
I
horse.
like the little flobbity lips.
Yeah. Well, as much as you like that, I'd love to stroke a Highland cow. All I'd want to do is just give it a little stroke, and that's it.
Yeah, he'd fucking kick you in the bollocks.
It would.
It'd hate you. It would hate you.
Would you eat a Highland cow?
Well, no, because it's doing me a favour. It's kicking you in the bollocks.
Right, great. Okay, so
move on.
On a side note, last year I went up there in the day, and there was one of these cows from the herd, and it was crying. It looked like it was a young one.
Poor little cow.
I literally led it by making the same noise as it. I don't know why I done this. I don't know. I don't like to see things. I don't like to see things suffering and It was basically, I was like, meh, meh, whatever noise it made.
Are you a fucking cow whisperer now?
Honestly.
What's happening?
I could hear the other cows in the distance, which were on the ridge. And this cow was going, you know, meh. And the other cows, the cow closer to me was like, meh.
Yeah.
And the other cows in the distance were like, meh. So they were obviously, they were communicating.
What are you on?
They were communicating, and I'm a good Samaritan. I'm walking along, and I'm thinking,
you want to help this cow out, don't you?
I want to help this cow. He's lost.
Cow.
This cow is lost, and it's bleating. Well, bleating. That's a sheep. It's calling for the rest of them. It doesn't want to be on its own. So I literally walked.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. Sorry.
I literally walked.
No, I am.
A way ahead of it, I turn around and I start. And it's first, I must admit, first it's looking at me like, what the hell is this guy doing? And I'm
can I take a note here? How did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
Because Carl and you wanted to stroke a cow's mouth, and Carl wants to stroke its hair.
I just imagine I'm this lone cow going, oh, I've had such a long day eating all this grass. Just want a bit of peace and quiet. Just going to walk on my own. And then I've just seen some random guy moon at me. I just want a bit of peace.
It's weird. He had an erection the whole time. It's fucking weird.
Come on,
come back.
Come this way.
Yeah, so you're at this hill with your mates.
Yeah.
You want to toss off a cow?
I got the cow back to its herd in the end. It followed me. It did follow me, and it was nice. It felt nice. And that was the end of that. That's a side note.
You're a fucking weirdo. Move on.
Yeah, we're sitting on the ridge and we hear this. It sounded like a cowbell. It was getting late. It wasn't mad late, but it was dark. It wasn't dark when we got there, but it had gone dark. And we turned round, and behind us, there's woods and fields, and there's a little white light coming through the woods. And I forgot to mention this last time.
Oh yeah, okay.
We were like, what is that? It could be again. It could be a head torch, but it doesn't. It's in a place where it's kind of cordoned off and barbed wired. There wouldn't really be anyone in there. It could have been a person.
What's barbed wired off in the woods?
It's just barbed wired, like more woods. There's bits where you can't go.
Probably private land.
Private land.
No, could be, yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
just curious.
It's just it's just coming towards us. Yeah. Nothing really comes of it. But we got a little bit, a bit shaken by the way it was coming towards us. But then we see a light where we've parked a van down by a gate, which I didn't realise was the entrance for 6 or so houses which were in the forest, which I never knew about, and I've been there since I was a kid in the 70s.
Yep.
And I still didn't notice that. I've never gone down that little track, gone past it millions of times. Just never turned right and gone just round that corner. Don't know why. But I parked this in front of this gate. Next minute, we see a light going round, and I said to the lads, that light's going round our van. Someone's trying to get in our van. Well, we better go back down. So we decide, we'll better go back down and see what's going on. Because it was a work van, it wasn't my van. It was a work van. So we're like, we maze our way down. It takes about 15 minutes to get down to there. And I always remember that as I come up to the gate where I parked, I seen a little mouse run up the side of the gate post. And I went, little mouse, as you do. Little mouse. And a light shone right in my face.
Yeah.
And went, who's that? And I went, who the fuck's that? And he said, it's the police. And I thought, oh, great. So I was like, oh, sorry.
Cow wanking has been fucking reported. Oh my God.
My cow wankiness. My cow wankiness has been reported.
Shit.
They're on to me. My friends are going to know. Everyone's going
to know. Everyone's going to know now. It's on a fucking podcast.
Oh, Pete's going to be jealous. He loves
cows.
He loves cows.
Yeah. So, next minute, he says, is this your vehicle? I said, it is. And I explained to him the reason we'd come down. We thought someone was messing with the van. And it was obviously the police.
And we were creeping around.
We were creeping around in the woods. Yeah. So he says, right, there's about 3 cars or something like that. And a load of people stood in the corner. Which we were like, what's going on here? You've parked right in front of this gate. Now these nice people here have been waiting to get into their homes, which are just rare. I said, I apologise. I had no idea. I told them I've been coming here for years and years. I had no idea that gate was an access gate. I thought it was just a gate for a tractor maybe in the day to go in there for some reason. I don't know why it would. Anyway, he says, no, that's where these people live. If you'd like to move your van over to the side. Oh, and by the way, what are you doing up here at this time of night? And I was
well, there's a bunch of cows.
There's a bunch of cows,
they're very attractive.
So I'm not going to beat about the bush. We were looking for UFOs. We're into the paranormal. We're looking for UFOs, strange lights, but having a bit of a laugh at the same time. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? No, I suppose not. Blah, blah, blah. They all start laughing their heads off, pissing themselves in the corner of this group of people.
Oh, because they think...
Because he heard me say looking for UFOs.
Yeah, anything you loonies or something.
Because this is the... So this is a small community of people in the forest.
In the forest.
So this is the fucking
there.
Sawyer family from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's the ones.
They think you're freaks.
They don't.
While they're eating their neighbours.
They probably knew all about it.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, no, he's on to us here. So anyway, we open the gate. I move the van. He opens the gate. All these people are let through, and he says to me, I want to see you over... When these have all gone through, we'll shut the gate.
Yeah.
I want to see you on your own over by my car.
And that's the police officer.
That's the police officer.
So this is about the cow handy thing.
This is about the cow handy thing. So, I'm in big trouble now. Because... Anyway.
Because he's been mashing it.
Because I've been
they don't
fondling
like it.
Up cows' udders.
He's going full on. Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, shit. I've got a can of beer in my hand.
You got your van.
My mates have got all beers. They've jumped in the van
He's
now.
catted up.
And they've gone in the back. You're not meant to go in the back of a van, are you? But it wasn't too bad in them days. Going back to the 90s, this is, by the way. Mid-90s.
Oh, shit, okay.
You could probably
drink and drive then.
You probably could, wouldn't you?
but in this case, you weren't.
Yeah, I wasn't, and I said I've had one can. I explained that. And he didn't breathalyse me or anything like that. Wasn't interested in that. And
did he strip you naked though?
He got me up against the police car. Wasn't just stripping me naked.
I'm just curious. I mean, how aggressive was this?
He was really nice. Fair dues to him. He said, I just want to have a quick word with you now. Your friends are all over there. Off the record, this is a one weird place. Some really weird stuff goes on up in these hills. I can tell you.
Off.
He said, I'm not going to go into details. I'm telling you this off the record. Just be careful. Beware. I've told you now. I'm going to escort you out of the area. Where'd you live? Told him where we lived. We live about 20-minute drive away. So he said, okay, I'm gonna escort you.
Fuck me.
We all got in the van, all like, let's just get out of here. And he did. He escorted us all the way, well, halfway, and then he turned round.
What has that guy seen?
What has he seen?
What does he know?
Report does he have?
What does he know?
You know, obviously he's getting reports because he's the local Bobby.
Yeah.
He's getting reports of stuff in them. Going back to the the sheep's head and the pentagram.
And the Sasquatches
stuff like that. And
what the fuck, man?
Yeah, and I was
because I would immediately think he's going to take you on side and bollock you.
Yeah, I was expecting him to say, right,
you're fucking
you're going to be breathalyzed. You're trespassing, even though we weren't. But you're not meant to go on there after dark anyway, so you kind of are.
So
it's natural trust land.
In your head, when he's told you some creepy shit happens here, I bet in your head you've gone, oh my god, get in!
Yes,
I knew it!
Totally, I'll be back here tomorrow on my own, just as a ninja.
Just as a ninja with 6 points.
So as someone who does believe in UFOs and paranormal stuff, what do you truly think after going in there for many, many, many years? What do you think is there, or in the sky, or what do you think is so important about this particular area?
Know.
You're still not too sure.
What I've heard spoken about is areas of high strangeness, which is where many different things will appear in a certain area.
We know now there's other dimensions. I mean, that's scientifically proven,
definitely, right? Isn't it?
So, everything that... I mean, back in the 70s, you'd have said, it's a ghost, or it's a demon, or it's a Sasquatch, it's Kanye West, or whatever. But it's not that simple. It could be anything. I don't think UFOs... I don't think they're from other planets.
I used to, but
I don't think so now. I think it's other dimensional.
I've got a question, and this is like something similar to... So, back in the day when all these paranormal... What is like the church's idea of all this? Do they think it's the devil? Do they when people report... And when the people have ghosts in their houses, they get... is it priests in?
Priests in to exercise them.
Yeah.
Alright, that's got to be my story. Okay, so my story...
Well, before we went, I want to say Rich Great story.
I want to know what Kanye West thinks about my story.
Kanye West would be shit scared if you.
We'll have to contact him and we will have to.
I'm sure he's got some opinions, but and his wife is very, very intelligent looking.
Well, spoiler alert: Kanye West is our next guest.
Next guest, yeah. That was mean about his wife, but she's never got any clothes on.
Is that why you like her so much?
Yeah, she's sound, man.
Right, Pete, come on. We've had 2 good stories, in my opinion. You got some good fun.
No, I'm not even going to give you, because this has gone on so long. I'm not even going to give you a that good a story, but because it connects to all this stuff. So when me and the current Mrs. Harper were going to get married, initially, excuse me, we were going to have a church wedding. So we went to speak to the
church guy.
Yeah, priest. The church guy, the preacher,
the
vicar, the preacher, yeah, that dude from Great Sutton. We were going to have our wedding in the Great Sutton Church, which was
I know what you're on about. Yeah, just down the road. But,
yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
And we had to have a meeting with him, and we had a big chat. Oh, are you sure you want to get married? And we were, she was 20. And I was 23, so honestly, probably not. And it didn't work out, obviously. But I had a Metallica top on. It was oh crap! It was what's the fucking song about the Nomad from the Black Album? It doesn't matter, whatever. But it's got a big snake on it and fucking. Wherever I May Roam. It was Wherever I May Roam top. Yeah. And he said, you like... he said to me, you like heavy metal and stuff like that? I said, yeah, I absolutely live heavy metal and rock and indie shit. And he went, oh man, I bet you love horror movies. And I said, yeah, I do. My favourite horror movie is Evil Dead. Oh, Evil Dead 2, sorry. As it still remains. And he said, well, let me fucking tell you, I went for an exorcist course. And everything you see in these movies is fucking true. And he said he'd done this course and he never used it. He'd never used what he learned. But in the training, he said that they had to look at previous exorcisms, and it was exactly what you saw in the fucking Exorcist and all these other fucking things. So there's like people having white eyes and throwing people across the room and having really weird skin and all this shit out the Evil Dead and the Exorcist. He said it was spot on. And he said the most accurate one was the original Evil Dead. Obviously not without where they're not exploding at the fucking end.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't happen, but anyone seen The Evil Dead, it's a great movie. But all the fucking proper talking in other languages and the white eyes and the fucking
and the rapey tree
and no rapey tree and the guy with the chainsaw hat. No.
That's all.
That's the second one. That's the second one, people. We all know that.
He knows his stuff. Don't come at me.
Don't
question his Evil Dead knowledge.
I'm fucking Evil Dead.
He'll kill you.
But yeah, he said all that stuff was absolutely spot on, and it actually happened, and he's seen it, and we went fuck, and we never got married.
Right. So as I said before, I'm not skeptical.
And then we did.
Ghosts I do believe in. But the thing I can't get me around is like exorcisms where, is it The Conjuring where the guy sat in a chair and go, my name is Bill and I'm...
Yeah, that was Conjuring, yeah.
I just can't believe... That is the one thing I can't believe. I've seen
UFO documentaries where there's this guy in America and he sits in this chair and he claims to channel this alien from some planet. It's hilarious to watch. I mean... Yeah. Who says it could be real, but it's the way he starts. His voice changes, then he starts choking a bit, and then he's like, I am from the planet Z-Bob.
No, you're not, mate.
No, come on, seriously. And I just, no.
But that one you're talking about, that's The Conjuring, that's an actual case.
But I know.
That's the Enfield...
I know it's based off a true story, but it's just, for me, that is the one thing I I don't believe in. And I'm not saying it's bullshit. I'm just saying I can't get my head around how that can be possible.
I think it's variable. I think, like your dad came out with that story, I fucking believe him because he's very cynical. And he's very down to earth.
I'm not just saying this because he's my dad, but he's very straight to the point.
Yeah.
What it is what it is.
Yeah. But you hear a lot of bullshit, from a lot of people who are believers, and they will find anything in anything. So I think
just to make up a story,
just to have it like a thing, yeah. So I think it's like 10% of it is true, 90% is fucking bullshit.
I listened to something the other night, and something struck a chord.
There's something.
You got your ghost people, you got your UFO dudes, you got your dogman people, you got your Bigfoot.
I want a dogman. What's a dogman?
You've heard of a dogman?
No, I want a dogman. I want to be a dogman guy.
Dogman. That's another story for another day. And if you see something with a UFO dude, he'll say, "Well, that's an alien. That's an alien spaceship." Blah blah.
Not the same sort of,
well, not necessarily, but a lot of them. You'd say, "You see the ghost? Well, that's a ghost." And you see Bigfoot. That was Bigfoot. If you hear a rustle in the, they seem to stick to their own. I used to do it myself.
Separate stuff.
Yeah, I'm not interested in ghosts. I'm not interested in Bigfoot. It's UFOs, aliens. That's all. And that's what, if I saw something, that's what it is. But not now. I've changed how I think about that now. Speaking of which,
I've seen a Kanye.
I've seen a Kanye at the door.
Our regular occurrence of Spot is turned up again.
Right. Spot is going to be a regular feast.
We're going to eat Spot.
Right. The Three Wise Men. Conclusion. Okay, folks, so that's the main topic done with. We've all learned something. We've all probably done a little bit of shit in our pants. So, what have we learned? What message can the three wise men pass on to you guys? Carl, from your experience with your dad here and the scary as shit ghost, what can you pass on to our faithful drooling listeners?
I think it's to, if anyone has encountered anything like this with a ghost or anything that may have spooked them, that as with things have long, like if a ghost has been there for a long time or you've seen things a long time, it's in my opinion, and the thing I'd pass on from things that have happened, especially where I lived, even though I didn't see it, but things aren't always there to harm you. No matter if it's a ghost or or whatever, that not to immediately
6 Alsatians in a row,
not to automatically think, oh shit, I'm in trouble now. Like someone's going to hurt me. But instead of thinking about the fact that maybe it's just that's what it is. You're not going to worry too much about it. Yes, the first time when you see it, you are going to panic because it'll scare the shit out of you, won't it?
Yeah, of course.
But as my dad said then, that the first time it scared him, but years and years later he started to miss it.
Yeah.
And it's not you never know from the other perspective of it. Like. Yeah. That could have been someone who's unfortunate to maybe. I know this sounds ridiculous.
To be stuck in a flat with you and your dad.
Yeah, but in
watch you on the shit for 10 years.
But in certain circumstances, you don't know the opinions of the other side of it. They could be struggling just as much as you are. I know it sounds really daft.
What are you talking about?
But what I'm saying is, you don't know the other side of what the ghost is thinking just as much as you're scared. And I believe in ghosts. So my lesson.
The ghost could be thinking, why am I just a head and torso? Is it?
Why am I in this flat with this little bald man and these kids?
Why am I hiding behind the toilet?
So my advice is one of the...
This is the worst fucking bit of advice.
Wait there.
What are you on about?
My advice is one of the unwise wise men would be to not to stress too much about things and don't jump to assumptions. That would be my moral of the story. To not automatically panic about something as soon as you see something.
When you see a ghost face or a hand,
don't panic.
Don't panic.
Just
lean into it.
No, you can panic, but it's important to later to understand that it's not all bad. It's not.
It might not be.
Yeah.
It might not be.
It just is what it is.
It is what it is. Thank you for that. Fucking hell. Right, Rich.
That dog is back, by the way.
Dog time, folks.
Dog time. I'd say, what could I give you as advice for that is, if you're going to dress up like a ninja and go creeping around the forest,
you're going to find other ninjas.
You are going to see some weird stuff. You are going to encounter some weird shit.
Folks, we're going to do this as well, by the way. We're going to do this.
I mean, if you're sitting in your living room, you know, watching the telly, you're never going to see, well, apart from Carl's dad, you're never going to see a dogman in the hills.
Or a disembodied dad.
If you're just watching the telly all day. You know, you're never going to see anything like that. You've got to get out there if you want to see something like that, and you probably will see something like that.
Good advice, Rich, actually. If you really
that's good advice, Rich.
Fuck you.
Kiss his ass a bit more. Your advice is shit.
All over the fucking show, dickhead.
I don't fucking know, do I? It wasn't anything to do with me. Well, it was to do with me, but I'm only trying to help. Oh, no. Oh, Rich, that's so good. That's so good, Rich.
No, but if you want to go out and see stuff, go out and see it.
Stuff.
Oh, the words of a wise man.
99 times out of 100, you're going to see nothing. But there's going to be that one time where you can't explain something.
You see a dogman or a wolfman or an exorcist.
Or six dogs.
Six dogs in a row.
In the middle of the night. In the middle of nowhere. Why?
Why are those dogs there?
Why are they there?
I don't know.
And no people. There was no people to be seen. What were they doing?
Why did they all have boners?
Why would they all have boners?
Know.
Because they were drinking.
Karate.
There you go. Right, Pete, what's your advice?
My advice is don't get married. Because if I'd have listened to the advice of that guy, the Evil Dead stuff is real. And he said to me at the end, he as I left, he said, don't get married.
Don't get married.
Don't get married.
Fuck her off.
Yeah, fuck her right off. Just go shagging about, do what Rich does, wank off a few cows.
That sounds good to
and you'll have a good time.
That sounds good to Rich. Pete, do you want to wrap things up?
Let's wrap it up. So, today has been a wonderful experience for everyone. I think we've learned about ghosties and ghoulies and long-legged beasties and Kanye West. So,
I think what's important is the reason why this podcast is made is you're three general guys having random stories.
Random stories,
absolutely.
We will tell you what we've learned from those stories.
We are going to have this dog interfere in every podcast because he wants to see you two guys.
Absolutely no way to talk about your wife.
Pete, where can people find us? The Facebook page?
They can find us on Facebook at Carl I Don't Know.
It's at The Three Wise Men Couldn't Make It podcast with a number 3.
With a number 3.
And it is invite only at the moment, so if you are interested, seeing what we're getting up to, request an invite, we'll approve you, because we don't want people coming in spamming pictures of Kanye West dick.
Kanye what? Sorry?
Kanye West dick.
You didn't say that.
Oh, piss off. I've had about 7 drinks.
Amazing. Rich, have you got anything to add here?
I think we'll just wrap it up by saying it was an enjoyable chat, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
And do the
Take
same
care
again.
of yourselves.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Touch your wieners, flap your titties on your bellies.
We're off to play with horses' mouths.
Goodbye.
And toss off a cow.
Goodbye, all.